So what we're about to do is a Bangor test route. This particular test route doesn't really drive much around Bangor, it's more the outskirts of Bangor. We're going to be turning right here. So, just in front of us, over there, that's the driving test centre. So you'll be coming out of those gates, turning right, turning left at that junction, and we're going to head off out. There we go.
Bear right, then turn left.
So, we'll be following the sat-nav. I'm just watching this truck in front of me. Going to give him time to reverse into where he needs to go. Just watching this car coming towards me, just in case it's a live, real driving test. No, it isn't. So, start following the sat-nav, please. 1, 2, 3.
Turn left, Wellington Place.
Nothing coming from the right. There is a van coming, but I've got time. Sometimes they do a pull up on the left here. We're not going to bother because there's live driving tests going on at the moment, and I don't want to interfere with a real live driving test. Now then, we've got the burger van coming up on the left, so we just have to be a little bit cautious in here. You can see my speed, I think, on the heads-up display. I'm only doing just a fraction above 10 miles an hour. So we're just following the road round to the left. Got a couple of parked vehicles there. So I'm just going to check my right mirrors. No need to indicate. It's obvious to the guy behind that I'm going to be overtaking a parked vehicle. You can indicate if you want, as long as you remember to switch it straight back off.
After 200 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the second exit, A5, Flandguide Road.
Confusing to anybody. We're going right. 1, 2, 3.
Go right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
Now then, look at where I'm going, look through the trees, look at where I'm going, look through the trees, nothing there, look at where I'm going, look through the trees, pop the indicator back on, left mirror, left indicator. It has been known for them to do a pull up on the left here. Just be aware, do not stop in that bus stop. Stop after that other sign there. Unless you're driving a bus.
200 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A5, Flandguide Road.
So don't stop in a bus stop unless you're driving a bus. I used to be a bus driver. Left mirror, left indicator, and away. That particular roundabout there, it's almost impossible for anybody to be next to you, so it's okay to straight line it a little bit, okay?
400 yards, cross the roundabout and take the first exit.
So we're in the 40 zone. I'm up to 43, so I need to ease off. Naughty, naughty. Straight ahead of the roundabout, please. Now then.
Cross the roundabout and take the first exit, A5, Flandguide Road.
Pop a left indicator on now. Nobody there. Straight line it. Everybody straight lines it there. It's impossible for anybody to be next to you. Now then, we're in a 40. We're coming into national speed limit applies. So get your foot down. Let's go. My target is at least 45.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, Dr. Flandberries.
By the time we get to the top of the hill. So the sat-nav's just told us we're going straight ahead of the roundabout. Second exit. Now then, it can be done in the right-hand lane, except there are roadworks here at the moment, so we have to do it in the right-hand lane. I think they're
Cross
cutting
the
the grass here.
roundabout and take the second exit, A5.
I could do this in
Dr.
third.
Flandberries.
Now then, I have to use the left-hand lane now. Left mirror, left indicator. It is possible to use the right-hand lane.
Take the exit, then go right on the roundabout.
So we're going
and
right
take
at the
third
roundabout.
exit.
So I'm just checking my right mirror, indicating right, and moving over to the right hand
After
lane.
100
Mirrors
yards,
first.
go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A4244.
Second gear. Anybody over there? Nobody over there. Not crossing the centre line. Keeping an eye on the Range Rover behind me. Left mirror, left indicator. Follow the road ahead. Now then, it is a 50 zone we're in, as you can see by the signs on the left here. Look at signs. Signs and road markings are there to help you. Up into fourth gear. Now then, that black top bar is telling me half a mile we're turning left. So I'm keeping my distance away from us and that van ahead, at least a 2-second gap. It's dry, reasonably quiet. There's a countdown started. 700 yards, 600 yards. So we will be turning left. Now just before this turning left, there is a hatched area
Turn left
on the left.
4409.
The outside line of the hatched area is broken, it's not a solid white line. So if I did have a big truck behind me, I would be in that slip road on the left. So we haven't got a big truck behind us, and the Range Rover's behaving himself, so I can go over it. I'm trying to avoid it because it's not necessary at the moment. I'm down into second gear, round the corner, about 15 miles an hour. Now then, this is the rural road section of your driving test. So even though the speed limit is it 50? Or has it changed to 60 at the bottom there? Naughty. Not that there's any chance that I'm going to get anywhere near that. My average speed is going to start dropping down from 25, 26 down to 20. Because as you could just see, there is buses. Now then, look at that top sign. Road narrows. And it tells you on the floor to slow down. There's only enough room for one vehicle there. So I'm down to 20. I'm keeping my eyes on the cars behind us. The speed limit's dropped down to 30, even though I'm very rarely going to get above 20. I'm keeping my eyes peeled on the limit point. The point where you can't see any more road. Keep an eye on my speed. Rural roads, unless you have a magic power, a secret sense, you have no idea what's around that corner. There could be a young family out walking the dog. There's nowhere else for them to walk except on the road. Going to pop into third just for a second, but I will be dropping down to second again. We've got a sharp bend coming up. Truck parked on the right. 2 vehicles behind me. Now then, we're coming into a 20 zone and speed humps. I want you to read what it says on that sign there. Can you see the giveaway markings on the floor? Giveaway to oncoming vehicles.
After
There's nobody there.
yards, turn left for Roughtang Road.
You see a van parked up on the left. I'm quickly checking my right mirror just to go around him, making sure there's nobody overtaking me.
Turn left.
Just after this turning, centre mirror, left mirror, indicate left. Parked right on the junction. Nice and slow. I'm going round 8-9 miles an hour. That's plenty. For the situation I'm in, there's nothing wrong with that. Now then, if you come this way, there is a high possibility the examiner will ask you to do a parallel park using one of the vehicles on the left. We're not going to do that because you know how to parallel park, don't you? So it would be pull up next to that van, reverse back to the curb within 2 car lengths, finishing a reasonable distance away from the curb, or this car here. But we're not going to bother with that. You can watch the other video somewhere, don't know where, on parallel parking. Now then, we're in the middle of the village, 17. Now then, there's 2. Did I see something move then? Oh, it was a blackbird. So over the speed humps, nice and slow. Best way to go over speed humps is no more than 15 maximum, 10 to 12 I prefer, and no acceleration and no braking, so no pedals, let it roll over
yards, turn left.
so that the suspension has time to deal with the speed hump. Now then, there's a 90-degree bend coming up. There's 2 90-degree bends coming up actually. So this one I'm going to keep in the left just in case somebody comes around that corner. And the sat-nav's going to tell me to turn left. It's just a bend in the road. So we're just going to follow this. Now, I can't see what's coming. I'm slowing all the way down. I'm in first gear. I'm down to 5 miles an hour. Because I have no idea. I don't have a superpower. I can't see round corners. Rural roads. National speed limit applies. So legally, I'm allowed to do up to 60 miles an hour.
Yards, turn left, A5.
So I may have to stop in one of the wide parts, depends on if anything comes towards us. There's a wide passing area here. It's not too bad just here. There's nobody behind me. Now then, at the end of this road there's a van coming up towards me and a little passing place just here. Oh, there's somebody blocking it. So I'm just going to slow it down just here. There we go, getting as close as I can without scratching the side of the car. That's a van. At the end of the road, a lot of people fail here, okay? Now then, what kind of junction is it?
A5.
What does it say on the floor? You can just about see it. What's that red sign over there? Now I'm going to approach in the middle and I'm going to come to that solid white line, the stop line, and I'm going to count to myself in my head. 1, 2, 3. Now I actually can't go because there are vehicles coming, but if there is nothing coming, still stop stationary for a full 3 seconds so that the examiner is 100% sure that you have completely stopped. I don't mean rolling very, very, very slowly. I mean the wheels are not turning. You can even pull up your handbrake if that helps. Now then, the road's got a little bit quicker now, nice and easy. Up into 5th gear, keeping up with the flow of traffic.
After 800 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A5, towards Galway.
Now then, the road normally splits into 2 here, but they're working on the roundabout, they're cutting the trees and things, so we have only one option. I would normally be in the left-hand lane, although you can use the right-hand lane, because the second roundabout we're going to go right, but I don't know that yet. I'm not on my driving test, don't forget. So we're going straight ahead of the roundabout, second exit. Now then, I'm watching the cars coming down towards me. Have a look at what lane that van's in. He's in his right hand lane, which means he's turning right and he's going to affect me there. The truck's in the left hand lane, I'm into 1st gear, so he's not going to affect me. I'm going to come round. I'd normally be in the left hand lane, but because of the roadworks I can't. Then I'd be right mirror, right indicator, I'm moving over into this lane, but I'm already here. 1, 2, 3.
And take the 3rd exit,
Now
55.
It is a 60 mile an hour road.
And take
Now,
Third
even
exit
though I want to go
towards
right, I
Norwich.
can't use the right hand lane because of the cones. If it wasn't for these, I would be over there. Keep an eye on him. We're taking the next exit off.
Take
Left
the
mirror,
exit.
left indicator, and join the A55. Dual carriageway. That's it. Now then, slip roads on is your opportunity to get that speed up and match the speed of everybody else. I'm going to indicate right, I'm looking ahead, I'm looking in my mirror, I can see that truck's just pulled in, nice big gap there, nothing stopping me from pulling over. I'm not checking my blind spot check, but I did check my right mirror lots of times and looking at where I was going. Now then, the sat-nav,
6 miles. Take the exit 12A55 towards Talibot.
she told me we're taking the next exit off. Now then, I've got a truck in front of me. I've got 1 1/4. Oh, the truck isn't actually, he's pulling into the lay-by. So I was considering overtaking him. I was trying to work out whether I had time to safely move over, overtake him, safely move back in again before my exit. It's 1 mile. The car in front is doing about 65-ish, so I'm going to stay here. I'm happy here. If it was something slow, a tractor or something, and it was safe to overtake, I'd be overtaking. I'm looking as far ahead as possible, and I know exactly what's behind me and in what lane at all times. Not just when you want to overtake. Now then, I'm just easing off a little bit because he's doing 60 on a 70 mile an hour road.
Take the exit
800 yards. This one is a tricky one, okay?
towards Talibot. Then
That sign there, the 3 dashes, centre mirror, left mirror, indicate left. Now then, big sign on the left.
12, then bear left.
And black and white sharp turning signs at the bottom. What's the speed, recommended speed for the sharp bend at the bottom? Centre mirror, I'm slowing it down. On them brakes now, down, 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 down,
Bear
down.
left.
There we
then
go,
bear
20
right.
for the bend. New speed limit is 40. Make the examiner feel safe. Now then,
After
up into
100
third.
yards, bear right.
Let's just follow the road to the right. Why it says bear right, I don't know. We don't have any bears in Wales. Now then, we're in a 40. Now we're coming up to a 60. Over in the distance over there, Penrhyn Castle. One of my favourite places to visit on a day off. Love that place to bits. So, nice dead straight road, 60 mile an hour limit. Come on, keep up with the flow of traffic, even though I'm the only one on this road at the moment heading in this direction. So it is safe to do 50, I'm going to do 50. Maybe even a little bit more. Now then, I'm assessing the situation in front of me. At this moment in time, there's plenty of vision, yeah? You can see quite far, but it's starting to reduce. The distance I can see to be clear is getting lower, therefore my speed is getting lower. Nobody behind me, I've just eased off, I'm down to 42. Cyclist, anybody overtaking the cyclist? It's not the cyclist that's the problem, it's people overtaking the cyclists. Now then, I can see there's a 30. Centre mirror, slow it down. What number does 30 start with? 3rd gear. Now then, signs. Bendy road, junction on the left, slow. Pedestrians, sharp bend, somebody waiting for the bus. Now then, the sat-nav is going to switch off shortly, so I'm going to unplug the sat-nav now, so the examiner would say that's the end of the independent part of the driving test. I shall be giving you directions from now on. If I need you to turn left or right, I'll give you plenty of warning. So we're starting to get closer to the driving test centre and the end of the driving test. Ignore the sat nav. Over on the right is the entrance to Penrhyn Castle. So, at the end of the road there's a little roundabout. We're turning right at second exit. I'm off the gas, slowing it down into second gear. 1, 2, indicating about here because there's a junction there. I am going to go into first because he wasn't indicating. And where's the van going? He's going straight ahead. Now then, I'll put my handbrake on, nobody else. That's it, and away. Left mirror, left indicator. Pop it back on if it switches itself off, if you can. Now then, 40. So, we're going to go left of the next roundabout. First exit. This is the last 5 minutes of your driving test. Centre mirror, left mirror. Don't fudge it up now. Plenty of space over there. Down into second gear. Follow the curve of that curb. Look at where you're going. Why is it important to look at where you're going? You'd be amazed. Now then, sometimes they'll do a pull-up on the right along here, or a final pull-up on the left. We're not going to do that, it's just the test route we're going over. Now then, 90-degree bend in the road. There could be a truck or something coming towards us. So I'm just going to look across the grass over there, between the vans and the trucks and things. Nothing coming towards. There is a truck coming towards us. So I'm just going to slow it down and over to the left, because I spotted the truck coming. Now then, I've gone as far to the left as I can. Why is it important to look at where you're going? Now then. That was good, I enjoyed that. So, there's a truck reversing into the builder's yard down the bottom there. We're turning right at the bottom. There's still a chance to fail your test, okay? Especially on this junction here. It's really, really awkward. We're going right. 1, 2. Because since that company moved into there, they park their cars on the grass here on the left. You can't see what's coming up. It's a 90-degree bend. You have trucks and buses and things coming up. You've got to stay in the left. If you cross that white line and a bus comes up, they're not going to be able to get around you. There is a van coming. Keeping my right indicator and look at where I'm going. Look down there and there's a car. So if there was a bus coming around this 90-degree bend, if you're too far over to the right, he's not going to be able to get around you. You've got problems. It's game over. You're going home. End of. Now then, on your driving test, just opposite, just to the right of that huge grey sign, you'd be turning right. We're not doing an actual test. I've got to pull up behind that driving instructor over there. Centre mirror, left mirror, indicate left. A couple of final words of inspiration for you. Take your time, keep up with the flow of traffic. If it's a 60-mile-an-hour road and it's safe to do 60, do 55, 60. Right then, listen to me, okay? 43 years professional driver, driving big trucks, buses. 1989 or 1986 it was when I first passed my ADI, okay? So I've been doing this an awful long time. Not that I've been doing it since 1986, otherwise I'd be in a loony bin by now. Because it was an old man's job when I started doing this, okay? And I wasn't an old man, so I went off and I drove trucks for Tesco's and things, and I drove big luxury coaches around Switzerland and Paris and things like that. Anyway, when it comes to driving, I know my stuff, okay? I'm not just a driving instructor, I'm a professional driver who's decided once again to become a driving instructor for the second time. Okay, so good luck with your driving test. Number one tip number one is look through that glass window in front of you, deal with whatever you can see in front of you, think, make a plan, calculate what's the best position, the best speed for me to do to deal with that problem I can see in front of you. If you've got no problems, get on with it. Da iawn, tati bye, well done. Comment below if there's anything else. I'm going to go through some more driving test routes when I have time. I haven't got time now because I've got to go and pick up a student.